Now you might be wondering why we're going to go over sales tactics in this course, and you're thinking probably this is a very technical course. We're teaching programming. We're not teaching marketing and sales and all these other things. We're not teaching you how to be like a go into to cold calling or something like that. But sales tactics are extremely important in the job interview process because you can have the greatest technical skills in the world, but if you can't present that to anybody, nobody's ever going to know, and that's a huge issue for you. In fact, almost I'd say about 70% of this whole process is really your persuasiveness and your ability to present yourself and sell. Now, not every sales strategy is going to be relevant here, so we've distilled it down to a few of the most key things. Now, of course, be agreeable and likable, meaning don't go and argue with your interviewer. If they believe the sky is red, then you say, yeah, the sky is red. So, I mean, don't disagree with them there, because if they strongly believe in some viewpoint, why bother arguing with them? It's not going to get you anywhere. So just be agreeable, be generally likable. You want to make sure that you get along with each other and you have a good rapport going with your interviewer and the hiring manager especially. The next important thing is really to identify what is their hot buttons and cold buttons. You want to make sure that you know what they're really hiring for, because the hiring manager and the interviewers, they're all looking for something. And you need to find out immediately what it is that they're looking for, so you don't spend too much time and possibly say the wrong things and offend them, or kind of demonstrate that you're what they don't want. So you want to figure out ahead of time what it is that they do want. The easiest part to this is that you can actually ask them what they're looking for. You say, well, how would you go about asking them? Well, you'd say something like, well, so what are you folks looking for in this position that you're hiring for, or what's your ideal candidate? That's the kind of wording that you would use, and they would answer you directly. They would say, well, we're looking for this, and we want these skills, and we want somebody to do that. And you just kind of listen in, and whatever they say, you want to take mental notes of what they say, and you're basically going to present yourself as exactly that. Whatever they say, you're going to present yourself as that. Now, the kind of lastly, what is the last trick that we're kind of presenting? This is kind of getting them to imagine that you're already a done deal, meaning that you kind of put in languaging to get them to assume that they're going to hire you. So it's basically like saying things. What's an example of this is you can ask them things whenever they say, oh, do you have any questions for me? Well, you can ask them questions such as, so what kind of things would I be doing day to day in the job? Or how big is the team I'll be working with? Meaning there are questions that are phrased as if you're absolutely going to get the job offer. And if you've done well during the interview, then you will hear the interviewer say something like, oh, well, you're going to be doing such and such task, and they will actually kind of buy into that and say, yeah, you're going to be doing this and doing that. And that kind of is subcommunication that will tell you that they're actually thinking about hiring you. And that's a very powerful thing. It's very practical and very useful. So keep these things in mind, make sure to use them, and remember this is a sales process, so you have to stay on your toes at all times, pay a lot of attention to all the subcommunications and everything like that involved, and really try to ascertain what it is that the hiring manager is looking for and give them exactly that.